Hey everyone, what's up? It's your boy Anime Havoc, back again with another awesome list for all my anime fans out there. You already know how much I love stories where the main character starts off weak, only to turn into an absolute monster later on. Watching that journey from ordinary to legendary, it just hits different, right? So today I'm bringing you the top 10 anime where the MC starts weak but becomes a legendary prodigy. These shows are packed with overpowered transformations, epic character growth, and worlds full of magic, adventure, and destiny. So grab your snacks, sit back, relax, and let's get into it. Because these MCS prove that even the weakest beginnings can lead to legendary endings. Kicking things off at number 10, we've got an underrated series called Magic Maker. Our main character has always dreamed of using real magic, the kind that lights up the sky, bends elements, and defies logic. But in his world, magic doesn't exist. Reality keeps him trapped in the ordinary. Then one day, fate gives him a second chance. He dies and gets reincarnated into another world, finally expecting to find the magic he's always wanted. But guess what? This new world doesn't have magic either. Most people would give up right there. But not him. Instead of sulking, he decides to invent magic himself. Through research, experimentation, and sheer determination, he studies how the world works, energy, nature, the elements, and uses that knowledge to create magic from scratch. Bit by bit, he becomes the father of magic in this world, rewriting its entire future. From weak and powerless to the ultimate creator, now that's legendary. Next up, number 9. Didn't I say to make my abilities average in the next life? Our girl Misato lives a boring life. No friends, no excitement, just routine. Then, after a sudden death, she meets a god who offers her one wish for her next life. All she wants is to be average. No crazy powers, no struggle, just normal. But the universe has other plans. Her average ends up being halfway between the weakest creature and the strongest one alive, which basically makes her insanely powerful. Now she's reborn in a fantasy world where she joins a hunter school, trying to live quietly. But every time she tries to blend in, she accidentally breaks records, wipes out monsters, and shocks everyone around her. This anime mixes comedy, charm, and action, showing how someone who just wanted peace ends up becoming a walking powerhouse. It's fun, it's lighthearted, and Misato's accidental overpowered moments are pure gold. Coming in strong at number 8, we've got The Beginning After the End. This one's about King Gray, a man who had everything: fame, money, power, but no love. When he dies, nobody mourns him. He was feared, not respected. But then he's reincarnated into a world filled with magic and monsters. This time, he's reborn as Arthur, a child with a kind family who loves him dearly. At first, Arthur just enjoys his new life, learning what happiness actually feels like. But when danger comes and his family is attacked by bandits, his true power awakens. He remembers his past life, his training, his wisdom. And this time, he fights not for glory, but to protect. Watching Arthur grow from an innocent boy into a prodigy warrior is amazing. The magic system, the family bonds, and his emotional journey make this one of the best reincarnation stories out there. Number 7 goes to The Water Magician, a story that beautifully balances peace and power. Our protagonist Rio dies and wakes up in a brand new world filled with mystery. He quickly realizes he has a natural connection to water magic, allowing him to control it effortlessly. At first, he just wants to live a calm life, exploring rivers, forests, and nature. But as time goes on, he learns something shocking. He's been blessed with eternal youth. He will never age. So he travels the world for decades, meeting new people, helping others, and discovering his potential. Over time, his skills become unmatched, and his legend begins to spread across kingdoms. The anime's visuals are stunning, and the chill vibe mixed with Rio's slow rise to greatness makes it both relaxing and inspiring. If you love character development and magical worlds, this one's a must-watch. At number 6, we've got I Shall Survive, Using Potions, one of those hidden gems that more people need to see. Karu, our main girl, dies suddenly and meets a god who admits, oops, he killed her by mistake. As an apology, he reincarnates her into a new world and gives her one powerful ability: the power to create any potion she wants. Healing, transformation, invisibility, you name it, she can brew it. But with great power comes people trying to exploit you. Kaoru becomes the target of greedy nobles and rulers who want her skills for themselves. Instead of panicking, she uses her intelligence and potion powers to stay one step ahead of everyone. She travels city to city, helping those in need and standing up to corruption, all while keeping her true strength hidden. Kaoru starts off scared and clueless, but by the end she's a legend who uses her wits and compassion to survive. Halfway through our list and we've got one of the most wholesome reincarnation stories ever, By the Grace of the Gods. This one's about Ryoma, a man who worked himself to death in his past life. The gods take pity on him and decide to give him a peaceful new start in a fantasy world. He's reborn as a young boy with divine blessings and a love for slimes. Yeah, slimes. He studies them, raises them, and trains them to do all sorts of useful tasks. Cleaning, healing, even fighting. When he finally meets other humans, he uses his slimes to help people and solve problems. Everyone is amazed by his creativity and kindness. It's a slow and cozy anime that's all about healing, peace, and using power for good. Ryoma starts off weak and lonely, but becomes a beloved prodigy who changes lives. One slime at a time. Number 4. The great hero Inglis, or as some fans call it, reborn as a squire. Inglis was once a heroic king, the kind of legend who united nations and crushed armies. But when his time came, he wished to live again, not as a ruler, but as a warrior. The gods granted his wish and he was reborn, as a young girl who couldn't use magic. Sounds like a setback, right? Nope. Inglis decides to train harder than ever, perfecting her swordsmanship and discipline until she surpasses everyone around her. She might not have magic, but she's got skill, heart, and endless determination. Her goal is simple: become the best squire in the world and protect those she cares about. And she does it with flair. It's empowering, action-packed, and proves that real strength isn't about power you're given. It's about the will you build. Our main character, Anisfaya, is a princess who couldn't care less about politics or fancy royal life. She's obsessed with magic, even though she doesn't have any. Instead of giving up, she decides to invent her own version of it, combining magic with science to create powerful tools and weapons. That's what makes her a prodigy. Not talent, but creativity. Then one day, she rescues a girl whose arranged marriage falls apart, and the two form an unbreakable bond. Together, they chase discovery, adventure, and freedom, while breaking every rule of their world. This anime is heartfelt, bold, and full of charm. Anisfaya's curiosity and courage make her one of the most inspiring reincarnated heroines ever. Runner-up spot goes to the strongest sage with the weakest crest. Matthias was the greatest magician in the world, but he hated his magical crest and it held him back. So what does he do? He literally reincarnates thousands of years into the future to get a better one. Except, in this new era, the world has forgotten how real magic works. Everyone thinks his new crest is the weakest, but in reality, it's exactly what he always wanted. Matthias starts off as a kid in this new world, surrounded by people who underestimate him. But once he starts fighting monsters and teaching others ancient magic, they realize just how terrifyingly powerful he truly is. It's satisfying, fast-paced, and packed with those MC shocks everyone moments we all love. Finally, taking the #1 spot, the world's finest assassin gets reincarnated in another world. This anime is all about precision, intelligence, and legacy. The main character was the best assassin on Earth, feared by everyone, unmatched in skill. But when his own organization betrays him, he dies, only to be offered a new mission by a goddess: be reborn in a fantasy world and prevent a future catastrophe. Reborn as Lug, heir to a family of assassins, he's trained from childhood to be deadly. But he combines his modern world knowledge with his new magical skills, creating weapons like guns with magic bullets and crafting assassination techniques no one's ever seen. With his sharp mind and careful planning, Lug rises to the top, outsmarting enemies and becoming a legend feared across kingdoms. It's a perfect mix of strategy, power, and world building. The ultimate story of a weak rebirth turned into unstoppable dominance. And that wraps up today's list of the top 10 anime where the MC starts weak but becomes a legendary prodigy. From inventing magic from scratch to mastering the sword and defying destiny, these characters prove that being weak is only temporary, because true strength comes from growth, courage, and determination. If you've seen any of these anime, let me know your favorites down below. And if I missed a show that you think deserves a spot, drop it in the comments. I'm always on the hunt for more amazing stories to talk about. Thanks for watching. This is Anime Havoc. See you all in the next one.